Let's play the game. Let's get that off the screen. We're gonna go normal because the second game was pretty tough. So, you know, I'm gonna try to avoid too much challenge here. Alright, so the second game did this and it was just looking for save file, yeah, so let's go ahead and load that. Year 1203 of the Septian calendar, fall just over half a year since Liberarch's collapse, cruising through the night sky above the Cruzan province in eastern Erebonia. Was the Reinford Company's latest display in luxury, the Lustania. Lusitania. Lusitania. I don't know. Starting with some Erebonia stuff. Oh, I see some people over there. They actually didn't do that for the first two games. When you went on airships, there was nobody on those airships. Ever. I'd be terrified to be on that. I'm actually right there with you. I didn't know I was afraid of heights until I went to the Statue of Liberty. Then I learned I was afraid of heights. If I may have your attention, please. On behalf of the Conrad Company, I would like to take the time to thank you all for attending this party today. As I'm sure you're all aware, this is a most auspicious day. Yes, indeed. On this historic day 10 years ago, this fine company... Is that who I think it is? You don't seem to be enjoying this quite as much as he is. You want to at least try and feign interest in what he's saying. Surely you must understand what kind of man he is if you're here. Is that Kevin? Oh, that I do. That's Kevin. I recognize a little earring, and of course green hair. He's a merchant of death who made a fortune during the 100 Days War, and one of the Empire's most wealthy men, despite being a relative newcomer. I'm gonna have to close my window. Someone's having some stuff going down. Why, it was only a few years ago that he partnered up with the famous Reinford Group, and now he's serving on their board of directors. His record makes for a most impressive read, that much is for certain. Although I dare say he's less impressive in person compared to on paper. My, you'd best refrain from making such remarks. That mask of yours may disguise your identity, but it won't keep those naughty men in black away should you make an enemy of them. Now that's a terrifying prospect. I can't imagine I'd last very long if I did. I'd surely be cast through this window as easily as a pebble plunges through water. I must say I find you rather intriguing. Are you a member of the press, perhaps? Or maybe even a government official? I would answer, but where's the fun in spilling secrets? I'll leave the pondering to your fertile imagination, mademoiselle. Leaving my identity aside, however, this ship is an impressive work of art. It's hard to believe we're inside one at all, and yet here we are, thousands of ARG in the air. Well, it is Reinford's latest model. One would expect nothing less than art. Last I heard, they were advertising it as the largest airship in the world. It is 120 ARG across, so they're probably right. As far as most of the world knows. You certainly know how to make a lady curious. But even with the mask, it's no secret that you're young, practically still a boy. I wonder how often you go around charming your way through these drab parties with that aura of mystique. Well, seems the mask can't hide all my secrets. Perhaps I ought to make my daring escape before I give away anything more about myself. If you must, Although it would be my pleasure to continue keeping you company. It's not every day that one gets to enjoy chatting the night away with a mysterious stranger like this, you know. We could even take our chat somewhere more comfortable, like your room. I would be honored to, fair lady, but only if you can promise the goddess her eyes turned away, or has her eyes turned away. She may blush if she's watching. This guy's a player, he is a player. Meanwhile, I'll refrain from asking why your room would not be an acceptable location. And I'll thank you for not forcing me to bring up that oaf of a man. Alright. Well, the party's in full swing now. This chance is as good as any. His private room's on the highest floor of the ship, on the other side of the deck. Okay, let's get to work. Yeah, you're not gonna let me see anything. Alright, might I interest you? No, you might not interest me. This lady kind of looks like that one mayor chick. This truly is a spectacular ship. I was getting sick and tired of looking at the gloomy skies of the capital. Alright, you ain't saying nothing. Anybody here that I recognize? These guys are kind of dressed like Walter. You certainly know how to hold a party, Conrad. There aren't many who are wealthy enough to be able to organize a gathering like this in the sky. Oh, absolutely. If my guests are satisfied, then I have done my job. Still, today's party is but a minor diversion compared to what the future holds for us. Quite the gathering we've got here. That looks like Marquis Ballard, known for his extravagant spending, and this guy is the president of that one big jeweler, Corey's & Co. Hopefully they'll keep our friend occupied for a while. Marquis Ballard. I recognize that name. Strange. Felt like someone was watching me for a minute. Ah, forget it. I've got work to do. My room's on the highest floor of the ship, on the other side of the deck. Time to move. Just, look for treasure chests. Treasure chest reveals itself to be a crafty mimic and licks your unsuspecting hand. Better break out the disinfectant. See, this guy looks familiar. Okay, he's not familiar. I mean, I guess we are in Erebonia right now, so why would people be familiar? It does remind me of that Tech 9 song. I won't play it, though. The message. Remember, there is but one truth. Love is eternal. Right. You know, crazy enough, I looked at my achievements. I got, like 400 and something out of like 512 chest messages. I was a little disappointed in myself. Thought I did a little bit better than that. Pine fresh. We need to talk. Whoops, wrong way. I need to upstairs. It's funny you could just walk into the, other people's rooms without them really responding. Yeah, that's JRPG 101. Alright, I don't think I want to go in there yet. Hey, Mireille. May I help you, sir? Oh no, sorry. Okay. Right here. This is interesting. Anyways. These are the two people I saw when the that ship cutscene was. Sorry for calling you out here, like, nowhere like this. So I wanted to meet you, but you came all the way to the ship just for that? Blah, 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 blah. Alright, you guys are not important like I thought you were. Keep in mind that this game is very different from the first two. I don't know anything about this game, and so I am a little concerned where this game is going to go. Stop right there. The staircase leads to Sir Conrad's private room. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave. I figured you'd say something like that. Sorry, though. This isn't going to be your lucky day. Yep, see? He's busting out the emblem. What are you doing? Looks like I'm dealing with a bunch of Jaeger dropouts. They don't seem that well trained either. This will be cake. I sure wish every job I had was this easy. Yeah, this is the game where I keep hearing, like, either you like it or you hate it. I haven't seen any middle ground as far as what people talk about when it comes to this game. Wow, talk about pointlessly fancy. Alright, now where's he hidden it? There's a switch of some sort underneath the vase. We'll investigate other places first. You know, we don't have to stumble across the thing we're looking for right away. The corner of the rug is oddly worn. Stand on it. Oh, would you look at that? Who wants to bet that's not the only one? Ah. All the switches were reset. Guide the potted plant. Well, I gotta press them in order. Alright. Okay, and then this one. Okay, so I didn't see another one. Ah, okay. So where was I? I think I did this one. Why does he have so many switches? This is ridiculous. Could you imagine just building a base and every time you want to go into your secret room, you need to walk across your room, which, you know, doesn't take no small amount of time. And then you just gotta be pressing all these buttons. And here we go. Everything's so far been completely in line with what I expected, which means that there's a panel with buttons that have letters written on them. A password of some kind apparently must be entered. I wonder. Orpheus. I figured as much. Looks like my target this time is one of the toys our friends decided to spread around for fun. I recognize Orpheus from Trails in the Sky SC. Oh, he's looking for an artifact. That makes sense. I briefly forgot Kevin's, duty. The Fool's Locket, huh? A forbidden artifact that lets the bearer pass all but the most obvious lies off as complete truth. Really not the kind of thing a shady weapons dealer should have in his possession. Come Come on, man, you fell for the oldest trick in the book. What's going on here? What happened to the two who were on guard here? They were both fast asleep. Seems like whoever did it used a dart or spray of some kind. You think we're dealing with someone in the same business as us? We'd better keep them locked inside here until the party's over. We can give our report to Master Conrad after. What do you think the odds are that he's not acting alone? Judging by the security camera footage, I don't think it's that high. That said, there's a definite chance he's got some form of backup that just hasn't acted yet. I'd say we're better off marking all invited guests for the time being. We wouldn't want to let anyone slip through our sights. Did he just laugh at us? Something funny? Oh no, I just thought I should probably apologize for underestimating you. I'd written you all off as untrained Jaeger dropouts, but maybe you've got more going for you than I was giving you credit for. This alarm's to go off now. You little. You've got guts, I'll give you that. I've got no idea how you came to be here, but you should know that Master Conrad is not a merciful man. Don't think you're going to get out of this in one piece. You're in for such a world of pain. You'll wish you'd killed yourself while you had the chance. Well, doesn't that sound like a fun time? Sadly for you, I've already got my next date lined up, so I won't be able to take you up on that. Oh my gosh. What the? How? Oh yeah, probably should have said this earlier. You really might want to step back from the door, like a lot. What just happened? No way. That door was designed to withstand a direct hit from an orbital cannon. Boy, you guys have no idea how hard it is to hold back with that one. I'm not a huge fan of using it, but I mean, you didn't give me much choice. You know what I say? What's up, Kevin? Kevin Graham. This is a joke, right? A priest? Yep. I'm legit and everything, too. So if you're interested in making any confessions, I'd be happy to listen to them. For extra cheap, as a limited time offer. And you guys would have a lot to confess. Don't lend an ear to him. Let's do this. I was hoping for more of a, what, you charge people kind of reaction. Oh well, I guess I don't mind cutting to the chase this time. Time to get some. And Kevin is too legit to quit. Let's see, so it looks like he still has much of the same stuff. And it looks like they kept chain in this game. And looks like I'm on the right side of things here. What kind of arts are we dealing with? Oh my gosh, 12,000. What did that heal for last time? This healed for 1,000. This was for 3,000. This was for 6,500. And this was for 800. Sorry, I'm just going through these things. This was for 10%. Was it 20%? I thought it might have been 30%, but I don't remember. Let's see. Ascension. Okay. Very, very interesting. You know, my favorite thing about these games, characters don't get reset to low level from game to game. They keep growing. Such a simple thing that game series normally don't do. I would have to agree with that. And on top of that, like the transition from the first game to the second game, you actually got to keep all of your orbment slots. And all you had to do was upgrade them. So you could start off with every single... Well, I guess they Well, yeah, you could start off with like all quartz in your slots, even though you didn't have access to them because they upgraded them and all this other stuff. But you know, like that's a nice little quality change thing that I was a fan of as well. All right, let's see how much your auto attack does. Oh, these guys don't have that much HP. Okay, we're off to a great start, Kevin. You're doing exactly what you were doing when I was using you in second chapter. AKA disappointing me. And you're still disappointing me. Alright, I've never seen this before, so I want to see what that does. Okay, goodbye.
Still a ways to go.
Also, the battle music is better than it was in the second game. I didn't like the battle music at the start of the game for SC. He's a Grail Knight? How do you know that? I'd heard rumors about them, but darn. And curious as I am, I'm probably better off not asking about what kind of rumors you've heard. Don't worry though, I'm only here for your client. So you go ahead and have a nice long nap on the floor, okay? Okay. You'll still live to see tomorrow. What kind of a monster? Okay, I've got what I came for. Now to get back to the party and wrap this job up. Sucks I have to go without taking that lady up on her offer, though. She was looking pretty darn fine, and it was obvious her husband wasn't giving her enough squeeze. Then again, I shouldn't go playing with fire too much, huh? Oh my goodness, Kevin. Still the ladies, man. Can I go in here now? Let's leave the first classrooms. Also, welcome back, Sianesis. I don't think y'all want this smoke. Alright, you gonna get that crit no matter what. And that looks pretty similar. This guy's got some HP on him. Alright, okay. You know what? Auto attacks are pretty good. We might want to auto attack. Also, yeah, we're starting out at level 90. What are we going to end this game at? Like 200? Oh, I didn't check out his orbments, but it looks like he has information on him. Let's see. If I remember right, these guys are obnoxious and they kind of like move through you and go wherever they want. Think I can get away with this? Well, probably not, but maybe? Hey. Go me.
Still a ways to go.
Alright, I do want to, check out what's going on here. Well, that's what Kevin looks like now. Suck. equipment. Doesn't look like they've learned. So I was complaining about this in the last game. I don't have another party member to actually test this out, but this yellow arrow next to this equipment slot right here bugs me a lot because it like, why does that need to be there? And so, oh, but they got rid of it for that at least. When you deselect off of that in SC, they did not. It could have been a bug, you know, I have no idea, but it was obnoxious. All right, so they kept the minus movement on Action 4, which is not a fan of, and they also kept the minus percentages as well. Also not a fan of that. But okay. Tactics. This is probably not necessary right now, but we're just gonna do that. Oh, hello, friend. What's going on here? We're not gonna crash, are we? You wouldn't fall out of the air on me, would you? Lestania? Poor guy missed his chance to run away. There's something familiar about him, but, well, I'd best leave him alone. Yeah, his sprite does look familiar. You know what's also familiar? These drop frames. So many of them. Okay. Probably calm down on the arts here. I don't think we're going to be leveling up anytime soon. Definitely do enjoy this music more than the previous game. Well, it's not telling me, like, unstable, great connection, yada yada. Alright. It's time to execute order fast forward. Oh my gosh. He's doing it again. Man, if like 18,000 HP was a lot for me in the previous game, what's going to be a lot for me in this game? 32,000 HP on all the scrub dudes? Come on, guys. Just leave me alone. Guessing his craft is still the same as well. I'll attack the rest of you guys. Is this where I learned that we're actually playing Kevin for the rest of this game? That would be interesting. There you are. On the name of the Northern Jaegers, we won't let you go any farther. So you really are an active Jaeger Corps, and a pretty famous one to boot. Still, I get stuff's rough going for your country and all, but I couldn't ask you to just, I don't know, step aside. How dare you? What do you know about the hardships endured by our people? We won't allow ourselves to be shamed with defeat here, not as long as we suffer. Should have known. Okay, then. Then I'll come at you with all I've got. All I've got. Where's that earthquake?
Take that!
Probably should have shot the other guy. Alright. It worked out.
Take that! Still a ways to go.
There's my level up. What is all this commotion? We believe there to be an intruder, sir. And a competent one at that. An intruder. And just what do you think I paid Good Mira to hire you for? I don't care if he's alive or full of holes, get rid of him. Oh, getting me dead or alive is too much to ask of these guys, or those guys. Who the heck are you? Wait, a priest? No. Yeah, I figured with something like this in your possession, you'd at least have heard of us. How dare you? Give that back, that's mine. Wrong answer. This belongs to the goddess, and it needs to be rightfully returned to her. Not something mere mortals like you should be keeping for themselves. Kill him. Kill him and get me back my locket now. Oh, look at you, Kevin. Herman Conrad, in accordance with the laws of the church, and in the name of Adios, I am placing you under arrest. You stand charged with the unauthorized possession of and illegal use of an artifact. Don't think you can get away with this. You might be with the church, but I'm a Rhineford director. You lay a hand on me. Oh, don't you worry, we cleared this with the big guys already. I'm sure you've got a pretty good idea of just how reckless you've been acting with this thing, right? You've been causing a whole lot of trouble for a whole lot of people, you know? Guys like you have a habit of making themselves no shortage of enemies, and you've done a stellar job of that. So just accept that your luck's run out and come quietly, Kay? No. No. Ooh. We saw a little bit of how awesome Kevin is at the very end of SC. You just couldn't make this easy for me, could you? So much for this being a piece of cake. Catching guys like this alive is more like trying to sneak off with the whole darn thing. Stop right there. Uh-oh. You pulled out all the stops just for little old me. Now I get why you guys are so popular. That's some quick work getting all doled up, or dolled up, and ready to take me down. Silence. You might have just had your way before, but that's not how it's gonna go this time. And just so you know, there's an entire company of us on this ship. Even if you have a hostage you can use against us, you've got nowhere to run. We're all lucky boys and girls today, huh? What? What are you talking about? If this idiot here had been branded a heretic, I would have had to hunt each and every one of you down to the last member. What? What's up with this guy? Well, don't let it get to you. Keep up the good work for your homeland or whatever. Just don't go giving us any reason to slaughter you in the process. He's going through the window. And he's got an airship now? What is this? What is this? Impossible. Those Gralsritter are monsters. Oh, who is that? That was quite a splendid show. But our tale is only just beginning, Kevin Graham. That guy looked a little creepy. After all, I have only just awoken. Alright, this is gonna be a very different Trails game, I guess. Just like Mirai said. So I've been wondering how they're going to do this. And when I looked at, like, when you look at the game on Steam, it shows like a character and like they kind of look like a priestess or whatever. And I always thought, okay, that's just Estelle. But is it really Estelle? Like, no, it's not. It's not Estelle. And I thought I saw a little kid in the background of that picture too. And I was like, that kind of looks like Ren. And so Ren is in this. Oh, we got Osborne in this too. Oh boy. Now you won't say what way it's very different, but you'll see pretty quickly. If this is like the adventures of the Gralsritter, that's going to be a really weird game. Really weird. Sebdian Church, Gralsritter operated Special Ops airship Merkaba number 5. One of the nice things about being on the Salt Lake server is the ping or whatever is so far back I can actually look over here and catch up on stuff. Congratulations on completing your operation, sir. My thoughts exactly. That seemed to be rather easy, that seemed to be a rather easy one for you in the end, too. Compared to what they're usually like, it was. If I'd had a bit more time, I could have enjoyed some private time with the real gem of a woman, too. But I'll have to settle for crying myself to sleep tonight. Not this again. Unless you want another earful from the commander, you might want to start taking your work more seriously. I know. Lighten up a little, yeah? I swear, I'll never get how you hard-headed types ended up assigned to a slacker like me. This might come as a shock, but you are a Dominion, you know. You can't very well have you. We can't very well have you acting alone without any form of backup. As long as you're here and this ship is under your command, then slacker or not, we're here too. Even then, you've got a lot less squires in your service than you should have. Maybe you should take this chance to gather up a few more. I think I'm gonna have to pass. That'll just make it even harder for me to work on my own. I thought you'd say that. We'd prefer it if you would actually trust us to help you a little more, sir. I mean, all we could do in that salt pail operation was transport the thing. If, you say that as if transporting it isn't a huge responsibility in itself. After all, that last thing we wanted. Oh, the last thing we wanted was him catching wind of it and becoming wary of us. Something wrong? Oh, not a thing. Anyway, as per the original plan, we need to get ourselves back to Arteria ASAP. We should be able to reach there by noon tomorrow, or today now, I guess. Got it. Or today now. Where's it from? Arteria, apparently. There's a call from Commander Selnate. Oh, you are kidding me. Getting a call from her right after a mission is always a bad, bad sign. Let's get this over with. Put her through. All right. Evening, Kevin. It sounds like you did well. Fill me in on the details. Basically went without issue. The artifact was a fool's locket. There were signs of society involvement, but it looks like they've cut any ties with him a long time ago. I see, as I thought then. Good work all around. I'd say you deserve a well-earned rest, but unfortunately, I can't grant you one right now. And here we go. Something the matter? Oh, I'm just dandy. Please continue. Well then, as much as I hate to spring this on you immediately after finishing one mission, I've got something I'd like you to do for me. Regarding a heretic, I assume. Not this time. All I want you to do is pick something up. The object in question is currently being held underneath Gransel Cathedral. Gransel? Do you think this object may be somehow related to the Ariel? It's a distinct possibility. Can I count on you to handle this? Alright. That said, we've already got one artifact on this ship that needs transporting back, so I'll let the crew here take that to Arteria. I'll handle going to Libero on my own. That's fine with me. Oh, incidentally, you won't actually be alone. I've dispatched a rookie squire to aid you. They'll be serving you from now on, so do play nice, won't you? Wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. You can't just spring a rookie on me out of nowhere like this. Meetings ordained by the goddess always come suddenly and unannounced. Don't worry, though. They won't be a burden. The abilities they've demonstrated during training were truly something special. Well, I will be praying for your success. Who could it be? Who could it be? Well, congratulations on the new recruit. We were only just saying you could do with more squires serving you. And I was so not down. I can't believe this. She never changes, I swear. Oh, if all the people reading that book had any idea what a hellion she is in real life. Oh, Carnelia? Carnelia? I've always wondered whether publishing it was really such a good idea, to be honest. It's a complete advertisement saying we exist to the world. If anything, I'd say a book that wild just serves to make people less likely to believe we really exist. And then the heroine died in it, which obviously is a big fat lie. I know what they're talking about. If they'd actually met her, they'd know she was the kind of woman who could probably take a bullet to the head and ask for a cigarette first thing. I think we should probably refrain from commenting here. Anyway, you guys heard her. I'm going to leave taking care of everything else relating to our mission to you guys. Just follow the money trail. There might still be hidden accounts we don't know about. Understood, sir. What will you be doing from here? We'll need to return to Arteria, obviously, but we can drop you off somewhere. You can put me down in any old state we pass on the way there. Preferably near a town that has international flights going out of it, I guess. Got it. Oh, looks like the sun started coming up.